All right, today we're jumping into a review of a film that, let's be honest, people still can't stop talking about, analyzing, and quoting even decades later. David Fincher's 1999 classic, Fight Club. So, right off the bat, the review makes this incredibly bold claim. Fight Club isn't something you just sit back and watch, it's something you actually go through. That's a pretty powerful statement, so let's dig into what that experience really is. And the review puts a number on it. A staggering 9.5 out of 10. Wow, that's not just a good score. That's creeping into masterpiece territory. So what is it about this film that makes it a near-perfect experience? Let's break down exactly why this review considers it a masterpiece that's so much more than just a movie. The review argues that this is a film that kind of grows with you. It really praises David Fincher's direction for blending this incredible mix of really dark humor, some sharp social commentary, and a psychological depth that honestly rewards you every single time you rewatch it. It's a movie that's designed to stick with you. So, what is the actual story about? Well, at its core, it's a story about two men who could not be more different. On one side, you've got Edward Norton as the unnamed narrator. He's the perfect picture of modern numbness, stuck in a boring job, buying stuff he doesn't need to feel alive. And then in walks Brad Pitt's Tyler Durden. He's everything the narrator isn't. Charismatic, chaotic, and completely free. The collision between these two is what ignites the entire film. And what kicks off as this sort of primal release, an underground club where men can just fight. It doesn't stay that simple for long. The review really highlights how it quickly spirals into something much bigger, much deeper, and way more dangerous, until it starts to challenge the very fabric of society. But here's the thing. The review argues that the physical fights are really just what's on the surface. All of this is building towards a much larger critique. So, you have to ask yourself, what is all this chaos and violence really about? The fights are a metaphor, but for what? What is this film actually trying to say? According to the review, Fight Club is this brilliant critique of the hollowness of modern life. It takes on our obsession with consumerism, our struggle to find a real identity in a world that feels fake, and the totally confusing state of modern masculinity. The Fight Club itself becomes the symbol for breaking free from all of it. Now, a great story and powerful themes are one thing, but what makes the film itself so special? The review points to a few key elements of just incredible craftsmanship. First and foremost, the performances. The review praises Edward Norton and Brad Pitt's work as nothing short of iconic, and it's really hard to argue at that. Their dynamic is just electric, perfectly capturing these two warring sides of a generation's psyche. It is literally impossible to imagine anyone else in these roles. Next up, you gotta talk about David Fincher's direction. This film has such a distinct, gritty, and incredibly stylish look. The visuals are so bold, the dialogue is razor-sharp and endlessly quotable, and the whole thing is paced with this nervous, caffeinated energy that just pulls you in and never, ever lets go. And of course, you cannot talk about Fight Club without mentioning the twist. The review emphasizes that this isn't just some clever trick. It's a jaw-dropping revelation that completely redefines everything you've just watched. It's gotta be one of the most memorable and effective twists in cinema history. So, after all that, what's the final verdict from the review? What's the ultimate takeaway from this 9.5 out of 10 experience? Fight Club isn't just memorable, it's haunting. It's a film that is literally designed to get under your skin and make you think. It's a movie that demands conversation, and its big questions about our lives just linger long after it's over. And this is the final thought the review leaves us with. Beyond the style, beyond the fights, beyond the twist, the film holds up a mirror and asks all of us a really uncomfortable question. If society's rules aren't working for you, what rules are you choosing to live by? It's a question that feels just as relevant today as it was back in 1999.